Hey, you guys, welcome back to another episode of the StarRoom podcast. It's your boy Axel
and your boy Carlos.
And happy late New Year, guys. We know we missed last week, but we're back. We're better. We're gonna give you guys a little longer episode since we missed last week's.
We're all hanging out with family.
Yeah,
that's why
drunk and
we're just having a good time.
You know the vibes. You know how it is during the holidays, you guys.
But we hope y'all enjoy this episode for sure. We're gonna bring up some interesting topics. Hope y'all enjoy.
And to start off, it is the new year. Like, what is the new year without New Year's resolutions?
New Year's resolutions.
Do you have any New Year's resolutions?
Not really, but I guess a good New Year's resolution is to be better than last year.
Yeah, always. We're just trying to be better.
Yep, of course.
2024, we put in 24K in our savings accounts. You feel me?
Yeah. You know the vibes.
You know what? That's my goal for this year. I want 24K in my savings by the end of the year.
Shit, that's a good resolution.
Starting from zero, I'm gonna get to 24K.
That's a good resolution. That's dope.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm doing this year. Y'all put y'all's New Year's resolutions down in the comments for us. We would like to know. Maybe you can inspire us for more resolutions.
Mm-hmm. That'll be dope to look at.
Anyway, coming from that hyped intro, I'm going to go ahead and bring it down to the dark side again. As we always do. We can never have a normal episode. Did you know back in the 1700s, during the Victorian era, it was like a normal thing to eat mummies?
Like humans?
Like mummies, bro. You know how
they would eat human beef jerky?
Bro. Exactly, dude. Exactly. Human beef jerky is crazy.
Because you know how they're all dry?
Yeah. But because you know how now when we like when they dig up a mummy and stuff, it's like a huge like discovery. But there's hundreds of mummies, dude. There were thousands of mummies.
I'm pretty sure more back then.
There
Obviously,
was so many.
Yeah. Since they would eat them.
Yeah, that was like a sign of wealth. You know what I mean? It was like that meant you were rich.
Wasn't it also a sign of wealth, like to be fat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so basically, royalty ate royalty.
Dude, what?
So first, like when there was a first, whenever it started, like whenever the trend started. They were called unwrapping parties. Because they would, unwrap them and eat them. Yeah, this happened all through, like, the early 1700s. But it wasn't uncommon. Like, even... This was, like... It was so common that, like, common people could do it. Like, because eating a mummy, like, was medicine to them. Like, it was a medicine called mumia. So like it wasn't once the mummy started like decreasing in size, that's when it was like a wealth thing. But whenever it was common, like people used it for medicine. But once they stopped using dead bodies for medicine, that's whenever the rich were doing the unwrapping parties and stuff. But more commonly, what they would use the bodies for was paint.
How?
Because back then they would like crush up flowers or fruit.
Yeah, I know about
like,
that. Yeah.
The dead bodies actually made like a brown color, and it was called mummy brown. Wow. Yeah, and they would use that for like oil paints and stuff.
That's insane.
Yeah, so they were over here like defacing these mummies, bro.
What year? What's the approximate year?
I don't have an exact year. It's just the 1700s, so 1700s. Victorian era.
Okay, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, I never knew that.
It's crazy. When I saw it, I was like, "There's no way," because somebody brought it up and they were like, we don't really have a lot of mummies. You know what I mean? It's like a discovery, but we have all these tombs, and I'm like, yeah, you're right. What happened to all the mummies? Where did they put them? They ate them. They ate them, guys. They ate them.
They would dig them up or whatever and eat them.
Open up their
The tomb.
Eat them up. Nutrition.
Dude, imagine
You're a pharaoh. And you get this little kingdom build and all that. You die, you get buried, ceremony, everything. Just for like a little English kid to fucking... on their like 16th birthday to...
That's what I'm saying.
Open you up and...
Like imagine you're looking down on like, you know, from heaven or whatever. And then you're just like... Is this dude really eating me right now?
They're eating you like hundreds of years later. That's
messed up.
That is messed up.
Dude.
But if you think about it, that kind of goes with a lot of things though.
Yeah.
Like, cause like let's say wine, right? Or just liquor in general.
Mm-hmm.
A whiskey, bourbon. They're aged.
Aged, yeah.
For years. Before they get better. Maybe it's the same thing for people.
Oh my fucking God. Like for cannibals.
Yeah. Or like,
that counts as cannibalism, right?
Oh, yeah. That's 100% cannibalism. But, like, have you ever heard of, like, dry aged steak?
Yeah.
Like,
I want to try that shit.
It's, like, the same thing, bro. They hold it off. They let it age for a few days. Months.
But I'm pretty sure mummies are, like, what, years?
Years, bro.
Years
But then
years.
that goes with, like, cheese. Like
oh
cheese
yeah,
is like
mozzarella or whatever.
Yeah. Or whiskey, like there's 12-year-old barrels,
yeah.
18-year-old,
yeah,
like stuff like that. So
I think there's also 20-year-old barrels, right?
I think so. I think at a certain point though, I think like the change isn't big enough though. I think so that's why they stop at certain years. Like tequila ages really fast, cause like silver's straight out of the barrel, like no aging. Reposado is like.
Is it because of how strong it is?
I don't know.
It makes it age. I don't know like why. It makes it age. Maybe.
I think it might be
quicker.
The plant because you know how it's agave instead of whatever whiskey. Because some whiskey's corn, some whiskey's wheat.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just age differently. So I guess it depends.
Wow, dude, that's crazy how people would eat mummies though.
It's like you know how now on our licenses we put like organ donor.
Oh yeah.
Imagine that's what it meant though. Like you could just eat me after I'm done if you want.
All right. So I wanted to bring up the fruit of the loom Mandela effect.
Oh, I've heard about this. I've heard a bit about it.
So recently I found out about it, and recently, I guess since we've been talking more about the Mandela effect, I kind of been looking into it more and like understanding it more because I used to not really understand. No, not understand it fully. Like,
oh, okay.
But now I understand it, and like, basically with the fruit of the loom, so people remember the fruit of the loom logo with a cornucopia, right?
Yeah,
that's what it's called. The little like cone shape.
Yeah.
So the cornucopia in the background of the fruits in the front. Dude, I asked my dad, my uncle, I asked a few more people, I forgot who, but for example, my dad and my uncle, because they've been on this earth longer than me. And I was like, yeah, and I was like, dude, do y'all remember like the little cone in the back of the fruit of the loom? They were like, yeah, I remember that. I was like, same. I was like, same, bro. Yeah, I remember that. You remember whenever you were little?
You telling me there's no cornucopia?
Yeah. There's no cornucopia now.
They're lying to us, bro. There's no fucking way that there's.
Dude, Joe Rogan on his podcast, shout out Joe Rogan. He was like, talking about, I don't know if it was about this specific Mandela effect. Maybe it was. But he was like, he thinks that the government is gaslighting us. yeah. That they're changing like little things, you know, here and there.
Bro. Yeah.
To like gaslight us and be like, oh no, that never happened.
No, I've heard about this Mandela effect though. I'll go ahead and put the two pictures up for you guys.
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
Because it's just a pile of fruit apparently.
Let us know if y'all remember the cornucopia, dude. Because I remember it.
I remember it too. Because I see the apple, the grapes, and then the brown cone in the back.
In the back, yeah, dude. And now it's just fruits.
Now it's just fruits. Do you remember the old commercials where there was like people dressed in like fruit costumes?
Oh yeah.
I remember those.
Yeah, I remember those too. Dude, that's crazy though. I thought that was crazy because I remember that one. And then I brought up the Star Wars one earlier.
Oh yeah, so in Star Wars, the classic line, Luke, I am your father, was never said. It was never spoken. The actual line, I think he says, "No, I am the father," or "No, I am your father."
Yeah, it's no, basically instead of Luke, it's no.
Yeah.
Dude, I think I asked my little cousin, and he's younger than me, obviously. He's still a teenager, and I was like, "Do you remember in the movie, in one of the Star Wars movies, he's like, Luke, I am your father." He was like, "Yeah, I remember that." And I was like, that's not what he says. He says, "No, I am your father." He's like, "Are you serious?" I was like,
and I love Star Wars, dude. So I eventually saw this on my own time, on my own time. You know what I mean? Like, because I was just watching the movie and I was like, damn, he never said Luke.
Dude, I told my cousin, I was like, dude, go watch the scene. And he watched it, and he was listening to it. He was like, "What the frick?"
Also, that original trilogy of movies, they were altered a lot.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't know. Maybe, or they definitely have the original release out there, and it definitely says, "No, I'm your father." But like, they did change a lot of things. Every time it was released, like every anniversary or something, like they changed a few things. Or like when they went from DVD to Blu-ray.
Oh, okay, like, yeah.
They always change something.
So it could be that.
No, but I think the original line is "No, I am your father."
Like the Mandela effect.
Yeah, I think the Mandela effect stays. I don't think they edited that out.
Dude, that's crazy, bro.
But yeah,
that's crazy.
Insane. A lot of these Mandela effects, crazy.
They are crazy.
Have you heard of the Monkey Man of Delhi?
Nah.
So this happened in the early 2000s, 2001. Summer of 2001 is where like the first sighting happened, right?
Is it like a cryptid?
Yeah, I guess we can call it that. We'll call it a cryptid because I don't know what else we would call it.
Mm-hmm.
Basically in New Delhi, place in India,
mm-hmm.
there were sightings of a monkey man appearing at night and attacking people.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, so this monkey man described as some things change in the description for every sighting, but generally about 4'6", black fur, would have a metal helmet on and metal claws, and little red beady eyes. So basically, there's been over 300 sightings of this monkey man, right? A lot of it are like witnesses and like people firsthand, like having like scratches and like gashes on them, being attacked and all that. And there's even been accounts of two men falling to their death trying to escape from the monkey man,
like off a cliff,
like off a building.
Oh,
yeah, because people would jump off of buildings downstairs, like trying to get away. Because this monkey man would be seen jumping from building
in
to building
India.
And stuff. Yeah, in India, there's been a lot of sightings. Over 350 reports.
Oh, damn.
A lot of it, though, a lot of people think because there was like a handful of sightings, a lot of it can be attributed to like mass hysteria.
Oh,
so people being scared of being attacked and all that like any little sound that they hear, any little bump in the night, like they'll get scared and think it's the monkey man. That's what a lot of people attribute it to.
Mm-hmm.
But because there's no proof of it existing or not, just the eyewitnesses accounts, like people with the slashes and all that. But yeah,
would it be considered like a small Yeti or like a small, what is it, Bigfoot? Or is it just
it's different?
Monkey.
I'll put a picture up of what people say it looks like. But yeah, I think it looks more like a little monkey.
No, like, because I know Bigfoot looks like an ape.
Yeah.
or like a gorilla type.
Mm-hmm. But I guess just a little one.
That's crazy, dude. Imagine if it's real though.
Well, there. Those were all like the big time of like the event. It was around 2001. I don't know if there's been any recent sightings.
Oh, okay.
That's just happened like back then.
So it was more reported back then.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no proof or nothing, obviously. But other than the people being like scratched up and all that. But apparently there was people dressing up like the Monkey Man after
But
to get away, like to like if they went on a little killing spree or like
Bro.
to get to cover it up.
Yeah.
Because people would just be like, "It's the Monkey Man! It's the Monkey Man!"
I was gonna say 4'6" though. That's pretty short.
That's short, right?
Yeah.
But I think some eyewitness accounts say it was like 5'6" too. Like around
Okay.
that, it's around that range, like a foot in the range.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Could just be a little person, or like
I mean I'm 5'6".
a shorter. But 4'6", isn't that like?
4'6" is like a little person, dude.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like if it's 4'6", I imagine it could be a little person. But if it's like 5'6",
I don't know, man. India's a place of like mystery, bro. They have a lot of legends and stuff in India.
Dude, India. You know how they have like Bollywood?
Mm-hmm. Bro, those movies are crazy.
Yeah, but I've heard a lot of bullshit about that shit. Bollywood, like basically like Hollywood,
Oh yeah, how it's like
Essays.
fucked up back behind the scenes and all that.
huh?
Like how it's like very like fucked
Yeah,
up behind
exactly.
the scenes.
How there's like essay and Bollywood and like
Mhm.
just like Hollywood.
Just in
That's
India.
that's fucked up, dude. Have you ever heard of crystal worship being demonic or like bad energy? Let's
Like
just say that.
like the crystal, like rose quartz and amethyst and all that.
Yeah. All those natural crystals.
I just know shorties like them,
Same.
but I never heard of them being like demonic and stuff.
I've heard maybe not demonic, but it's bad energy
Mm-hmm.
because it's anything that you worship. Because you know how people or you not just girls that do this, but people in general kind of worship the crystals and they use them for quote unquote healing.
Mm-hmm.
They say that if you use them in that way, like worshiping wise, it's wrong because you shouldn't be worshiping anything that's not God, or if you're Catholic, a saint, or so on and so forth.
Okay. Oh, so it's basically its own like religion.
You should only worship religion. That's why I've heard that it's wrong. It's just like how we brought up the astrology shit. Like
Oh,
that's
yeah,
not
yeah.
religious. So maybe it's not satanic. What's it called? The signs shit, horoscopes.
Mm-hmm.
But for sure, if you worship it or like you really are devoted to that, it for sure is bad energy.
Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. That's what I've heard about crystals. And then obviously we were talking about the horoscopes last time. It makes sense though, because anything you worship that's not God. I mean, for example, if you worship the devil, which I'm not saying crystals and all that is that, but if you worship the devil, for example, you're not worshiping God. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I guess that is that religion though. Like how you said earlier whenever you had Mormons come over.
I was gonna bring that up. Should I talk about it?
Yeah, go for it.
So recently I've had these two Mormon guys pull up to my house. I had just gotten out of the shower and they knocked on the door. And then I went to the door with just like my towel on. And then I opened the door a little bit. I was like, yo, hold on, bros. I was like, give me a second.
Made the Mormons wait.
Close the door. I went to go change real quick, went outside. And then basically they did the same kind of thing. Like, okay, I let him talk for a bit. But then at the end, at the end they told me, would you be interested in basically converting to being a Mormon? And I was just like, can I be honest? I was like, can I be honest with y'all? They're like, sure, go ahead and be honest. I was like, I'm not going to change religion because I grew up Catholic and I'm still Catholic. And I'm not going to abandon the religion I grew up on. You know, all my family is Catholic. I'm not going to abandon the religion I grew up on just to believe in some other religion, which is still Christianity, right? So I told them that. And then I also said, but if y'all want to come over and pray, you know, we can pray. Like, I'm all for it. We're still Christian, you know, Mormons are still Christians. Catholicism is the original Christian. So we can still pray together. We could still talk, conversate about the Christianity religion. But I'm not about to change my beliefs. I'm open-minded to hear what they got to say, but I just let them know I'm not going to change religion.
I think that's a good way to look at it, though, because a lot of people, whenever they talk about religion or something, they'll get defensive about their religion.
Yeah.
They'll say other religions are wrong. Stuff like that. But especially if y'all are under the same umbrella, like how y'all are of the same umbrella of Christianity.
Yeah.
Because Christianity has so many branches.
Yeah. It was a good way to diffuse the situation.
Exactly.
At the end of that whole thing I said, of the whole like conversation we were having, they're like, okay, we're gonna let you go, but it was nice talking to you. They're like, you're a very beautiful person or something like that. They're like, you're a very like amazing person or something, something nice that they said.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was just like, thanks, man. Y'all are too. Y'all are great people. And I was just like, yeah, just let me know though. I'm always down to pray, whatever. They're cool people, dude, but it's just I'm not gonna change.
Do you remember back in the Oops days?
Yeah.
Where we were skating, our little skate group? Because we right by my house is this little Mormon church. And that was like the closest thing to everybody, and we would all skate in the parking lot. And there's one time that the Mormons started skating with us.
Oh yeah.
Who was it? It was Jacob. Shout out Jacob. He gave the Mormon his shoes because the dude was in like loafers or whatever. You know, the
like
usual,
dress shoes.
Yeah, the usual, you know, outfit, dress shoes, button up, all that. But he said back when he was younger, he used to skate, and they just so happened to be the same shoe size. So they swapped shoes. And he started skating with us. That dude popped like an ollie or something small. Like he didn't do nothing crazy, but he was.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, that was lit.
Yeah, it was.
We're like, hey, the Mormons are lit.
Dude, Mormons are lit. They're cool. They're cool people.
That was funny, bro. That shit was so funny to me.
Yeah.
Because it started off with Jacob going to their car and like knocking on their window, and he was like, "Do you have time to talk about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?" And then they got out of the car and we're like, "Jacob, why'd you ask him that?" now we got to talk to them about religion. And then they started skating with us, and I was like, "Oh, that's lit."
Yeah, they're cool, man. They're wholesome, very.
That's a wholesome ass moment.
And yeah, that moment was very wholesome.
So, have you heard of the Ramree massacre?
No.
So basically, this event was the largest killing of humans by animals.
By animals?
By animals.
What the fuck? Hold on.
Because you know,
it's not funny, but
you think about.
I thought it was gonna be like a man-on-man situation.
Yeah, like a Holocaust situation or a terrorist attack type stuff. Nah, man. This is some crazy shit right here. Because you hear about, like grizzly bear attacks or shark attacks or whatever. But this is what happened, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Back in World War II, the Japanese were like occupying this little island called Ramri Island.
Mm-hmm.
And they were just camping there, but it's a small island. They started killing the deer. They were camping there and taking the resources, all this, right? That all around that island was a population of saltwater crocodiles. Okay?
Oh.
But basically, these Japanese soldiers took all the resources, all the food, all the animals and all that.
And that's what the crocodiles would eat.
Yeah, so basically the crocodiles, they went dormant.
Oh my god.
They went dormant. So basically they went into this cycle called torpor. Basically their version of hibernation,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because there's no food. They would just sit still, basically sleep. Because there was no food around. They couldn't eat nothing. There was nothing to eat.
They had to save their energy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
One night, because the Japanese were part of the Axis powers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they were the quote unquote bad guys. The Allies attacked Ramri Island, causing the Japanese to run through the swamp and stuff. So imagine you're a Japanese soldier, your enemy's shooting you from behind, and you're just running away, and you just hear screams from your ally, from your partners, being shot at. The sound of people getting shot at, trampled on, and you hear alligator snaps. Them running through that swamp caused the crocodiles to wake up
And then to eat them
and start eating them because they were starving, dude. They were hungry. They had no food. That night, 1,000 Japanese soldiers died.
1,000?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe more?
Maybe more. 1,000 Japanese soldiers were eaten by saltwater
That
crocodiles.
night.
That night.
Oh.
So, if they all got ate, bro, even if they died from like a gunshot or something, then they just ate up their body. You feel me?
Dude, that is fricked up.
Imagine, dude.
Nah, that is insane.
Fucking insane.
Who was shooting at the Japanese again?
It didn't say specifically who. It just said
But
the
it was
Allies.
just enemies?
It was the Allies. So the Allied powers was like the U.S., Britain, like the good guys pretty much in World War II.
Yeah. Wow.
But yeah.
I never knew about that. That is crazy.
Because you always hear about like bear attacks or shark attacks. Even like on safaris, like lion attacks or something. You know what I mean?
There is alligator attacks or crocodile attacks too, but...
Or even elephant attacks. Do you ever hear about that elephant that killed that lady and then spun the block again on her funeral?
No, I did not.
Bro, that there was an elephant that attacked the lady, and then on its funeral, because elephants have good memory.
Yeah, they do. I've heard about
Yeah.
that. They keep a grudge, right?
Yeah, it attacked the lady's funeral. Basically, spun the block again, bro.
I've heard of, I think, an elephant killing like a group of people or something like that.
Which is crazy because they must have done something, because for the most part elephants like us.
Yeah, they keep
think,
a grudge though if you frick with them.
Because elephants, they look at us the same way we see a dog, bro. Like they think we're cute.
That's funny, dude.
That's what elephants do, bro.
But it's because they're huge, dude.
Yeah, they
Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, I want to bring up the Mothman real quick.
Okay, Mothman, legend.
Yeah, so the Mothman is a cryptid, basically, right? A legend.
I would say he's on the same level as like Bigfoot, dude.
Yeah,
He's
for
up
sure.
there. He's popular.
Yeah, for sure. Did you hear about the originating like story?
I feel like I did, but way back in the day. You'll have to refresh my memory, dude.
So, I forgot what city it was. I don't know if it was New York, Chicago, but it was a city. One of those cities up north. I'm pretty sure. And quote me if I'm wrong. Y'all could, or don't. Oh my god, don't quote that. I might be wrong, but leave it down in the comments if you know. But basically, in the city, there was this bridge, like a big bridge, and there was like a traffic jam on the bridge, and basically on the top of the bridge, you know how they have like the
like
lines?
towers, kind of basically. Yeah.
So they had like these little structures on it, and on top of the like one of the structures or whatever, one of the posts.
Yeah.
The Mothman was sitting up there, and I think he like flew away, and that was like the first sighting. And then after that, after he like flew away, the bridge collapsed.
Oh snap! Oh yeah, that's what it is. Whenever that's like the, I guess the legend, right? If you see the Mothman, there's about to be a tragedy.
Yeah, I think you might be right on that.
Because I think they had another bridge one like that collapsed. Something else, but yeah, every time the Mothman is like sighted, there's finna be a tragedy.
Mm-hmm. I've heard of this whole other story too. That basically, I think a lady had sighted, like she had seen the Mothman, and she reported it or whatever. And then these two dudes, like I forgot, like I don't know, government workers. I forgot like exactly, but like police, you know. They were kind of looking into her, and like they had an eye on her. I don't want to say stalking, but
Like Men in Black type shit.
Yeah, they had.
Have you ever heard of the Men in Black?
Yeah.
Like not the movie, like the actual
Men in Black. Yeah. Well, I don't know if they were like the actual Men in Black, or I think they were just police type.
This is a little side story. The side like legend. The Men in Black basically. Whenever you see something like that, they come and visit you, and it's these two guys, full black suits.
It could be multiple, right?
Oh yeah, I think it could be more than two.
And don't they all have like the same kind of like face?
They I don't know about face, but they're all bald. They all have no facial hair.
They're all bald.
Like dark black eyes, and
they're all tall too. I think.
And they just visit you to make sure you don't say nothing about what you saw. I think
that's what happened. Did we talk about the giant? The dude that saw the giant?
We talked about the dude that saw the giants.
That's what happened to him, quote unquote.
Is the Men in Black?
Yeah, the Men in Black.
Come wipe your memory and all that.
They went to go frick with him.
Basically how the movie Men in Black is, just scarier.
It's crazy how Hollywood puts all these like clues right in front of you.
Right in front of you, dude.
And like people just like brush it off like it's nothing. But anyways, so these two dudes, I don't know if they were Men in Black. I think they were just police, but they went to go investigate this girl. Like go, I don't say stalking, but go keep an eye on her. And then while they were doing that, they saw the Mothman. Because they didn't believe her. Yeah, because they didn't believe her. So then they saw the Mothman.
Damn, imagine.
And
imagine
then
you're like, I don't believe you, and you fucking see that shit.
Yeah. And then after that, they started getting a hold of her. They started like going up to her and shit. And that's whenever basically they started, I think, abusing her and shit like that.
Damn.
But it was a crazy story, but basically it was a Mothman story. And like they all saw the Mothman.
Bro, I like looking into cryptids. The Mothman is a huge one. I actually have a little mini one here, like a little mini cryptid story. Have you heard of the Fresno night crawlers?
Maybe. I think I forgot about it.
I think you'll remember, like if you have heard of it, I think you'll recognize this. So the first appearance, I guess, was in 2007 in Fresno, California. And I feel like every time I see a recording or a sighting of these, it's always on security cam footage. Like it's never somebody recording them. It's always on security cam footage. But basically, it's these long, like what they look like is like long white legs, and they're just like walking like
Dude.
in the forest there or in the backyard or whatever. They
Uh-huh.
just look like long white legs. That's literally all they look like, dude. Like I can't explain it no other way. They just look like long white legs, and they're just like hopping around, walking. Like even like
Dude,
literally
that sounds so scary.
supposedly they're harmless. Apparently they're
Uh-huh.
harmless. They're just super creepy looking. I'll put a little clip of them up. Um, that's literally it. They kind of have like a fan base in Fresno, like from all the sightings, because they don't do nothing. They're just there, so they're just sightings everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But they never do nothing. They never attack anybody. They never stand around or anything. They just go on about their business. They're just creepy looking.
Kind of like
It's literally how my fingers look, like two legs like this, and then like I think a little head on top. That's it.
dude, that's creepy. Kind of like the Hat Man. You know how we were talking about that.
Oh yeah, he doesn't do nothing.
Yeah, how he doesn't do anything. He just like appears. It's crazy, dude. All right, so recently there was a concussion in the middle of a game, in a football game.
Happens.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
course.
yeah. But this was recently, so it's kind of crazy. It was Browns, the team Browns,
Hmm.
and I think the dude's name is Elijah Moore. Versus the Jets. Okay. Look at this dude. It's like a normal tackle. You saw that?
Yeah.
Look.
Oh, I think I've seen this. Oh snap! No, I have not seen this. Oh snap!
Dude, he got fricked up.
Bro, he was spazzing.
Is concussion like a seizure?
No,
'Cause
but concussions can cause brain damage.
Look, you saw
and-
that?
Yeah, he went straight face down. He probably got whiplash too. Damn,
Dude,
that's scary, dude.
that was insane. He literally like, boom, face planted.
But you saw how he was like twitching after.
It was probably like involuntary,
Yeah.
obviously.
Like you know when you die, rigor mortis, where you get all stiff.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
Dude, oh my god. I wouldn't doubt it if he like saw the light or something or some shit like that.
Because concussions, there's a lot of things that can happen. A lot of like brain damage, irreversible brain damage, CTE, which a lot of wrestlers have.
Don't they get PTSD from it too?
Yeah, PTSD, CTE. Yeah, it's just physical sports are just always dangerous.
Do you think it's more dangerous to play football or like any fighting, like anything fighting, like wrestling, MMA?
Oh, it's
boxing?
definitely more dangerous to be like, say, in the UFC or something. Definitely, 100%. Bro, there's constantly people breaking bones in UFC fights. You know what I mean?
But bro, football is crazy too.
Any contact sport, bro. There's always that danger. Hockey,
Oh yeah, hockey too.
bro. Did you hear about the RIP to I don't know his name, but
Someone died recently
mhm.
from hockey?
Yeah. So they were like, I think, fighting on the ice, and somebody stepped on somebody, but you know they're wearing ice skates. They're wearing blades on their feet,
Mhm.
and I think it slashed his neck.
I think I heard about that.
Yeah. RIP to, I don't know his name, but
You're right though. Any contact sport is insane.
insane. Always
Crazy dangerous.
Hmm. It's always that risk, you know. I wanted to bring this up because it deals a little bit with LSD. I think you would like this conversation,
Mm-hmm.
this research. So basically, in the 1960s, NASA and the Navy were funding a research project by a neuroscientist named John Lilly.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I've heard of that dude.
Yeah, basically they wanted to find out if we could talk to dolphins.
I've
heard this?
Yeah, I've heard about.
You've heard this?
I've heard about that.
But
And they would give the dolphins that, or just the people?
I'll break it down.
Okay.
First of all, everybody had different motivations for this. Because they were NASA and the Navy were funding this.
Mm-hmm.
The Navy wanted to use marine life as like weaponry and field intellect. Like they wanted to put them out for military use, right? NASA wanted to use this to see if we could speak to aliens.
Yeah,
like if we could,
you know how dolphins
are
like
super smart,
and then they have their own like
communications. Language. Yeah, so they wanted to see if we could figure out how to talk to species on our world, if we could talk to species on other worlds. John Lilly, the researcher, Dr. John Lilly, wanted marine mammals to have a seat at the United Nations. So you know how we have United Nations to talk about the world's conflicts and all that? They wanted a marine because he thought dolphins were smart enough, empathetic enough. They had all the same feelings and stuff. They were entitled to the same amount of rights that humans have.
Okay.
So if we could speak to them, they could have a seat at the United Nations. So that's 3 different motivations, right? So what they did with the research and stuff, they opened a dolphinarium, basically an aquarium just for dolphins, in St. Thomas in the Caribbeans.
Are you gonna talk about the girl? Wasn't there a girl?
Yeah, I'm talking about the girl.
Okay. Keep talking. I remember the girl.
So they had 3 dolphins in the dolphinarium, right? But John Lilly was so busy with other things, he had somebody help him with the research and stuff. This lady, her name was Margaret Howe Lovett.
Those are the dolphins?
No, this was the girl that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, her name was Margaret Howe Lovett.
Oh, okay.
Basically, she moved into the dolphinarium, made it her home, right? Because her approach to the research was, if we taught the dolphins the same way we teach our children, that we'd have more of a possibility to communicate with them. She ended up getting super close with one of the dolphins. The dolphin's name was Peter. Peter was a child who are more sexually frustrated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Long story short, this lady had relations with the dolphin. She relieved one of the dolphins. That was her method of trying to communicate with them.
Trying to communicate my ass, bro. That girl was just weird, bro.
Anyway, that was her method. Dr. Lilly had a different method. He wanted to see the effects of LSD on communication. So he would take LSD himself, and he would also give dolphins the LSD.
Okay.
The dolphins were actually 70% more vocal on LSD. And more vocal as in they would speak more.
Yeah. It makes sense.
Obviously, they weren't speaking English, but they would just make
their
more noise.
language. Yeah.
And thanks to Margaret's research, we understand that they're able to mimic human speech, basic grammar, and differentiate between different like oral commands. But that's honestly as far as they got. They lost a lot of funding after they found out about all the stuff they were doing.
About Margaret,
about the LSD, all that. But yeah, Dr. Lilly ended up continuing his research with other animals and stuff, like marine biologists and all that. But yeah, man,
dude, Margaret is she still alive?
I don't know if she's still alive. I will say that sadly, the dolphin Peter is not.
R.I.P. to Peter. He had that dolphin wrist.
That boy had that dolphin wrist. But yeah, obviously they didn't continue. That's as far as they got, and yeah.
Damn, dude. I have heard about that. I didn't hear about the LSD thing though. I only heard about the lady.
You only heard about Margaret.
Yeah, man,
Margaret and her relations with Peter.
Margaret bugging, bro.
She's bugging, bro. How are you gonna let a dolphin do that to you?
She probably wasn't getting no action in the human world.
In the human department.
Yeah.
That's insane, dude.
Oh shit. Oh man, Margaret tripping, dude. Did she even take the LSD?
I don't think so. She was doing her research on her own time.
So she was just tripping because she was tripping.
She was just there to get some.
Oh my god, dude, Margaret is bugging, bro.
Anyway, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up this episode here. Thank you guys so much for listening. Make sure to check us out on Spotify, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all that. Share it with your friends. Like, comment, subscribe.
For sure.
Anything you'd like to add?
Go check out my new album.
Oh, yeah. He just put out a new EP. I'll go ahead and link it in the description.
We'll link it in the description.
Tell us where we can find that.
On YouTube. It's on YouTube right now. It'll be on Spotify and every other platform later on. But y'all check it out. Hope y'all enjoy. And I hope y'all enjoyed this episode too.
Yeah, we try to make it a little longer. We'll see where it ends off at.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, thank you guys so much. We'll go ahead and see you guys next week. It's been your boy Axel.
And your boy Carlos.
And we're out. Peace.
Peace.